Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stom and Jeremy Marcos. And tonight the Wildcats are on the road here in Harrison County to take on the Corydon Central Ball Club, the Corydon Central Panthers, that is. The Wildcats coming in the contest with a 3-3 record. The Panthers are 2-3. The Wildcats have said 3-3. Right now on the cusp of a three-game losing skid, Jason Stom, and of course last night on the heels of a tough loss last night against Southridge, but a very good ball game in itself.
Yeah, you're right. It was a good ball game. Obviously, we didn't have the outcome that we were looking for with it, but we had to take some positives away from that as a coaching staff. We had a good lead. We got down, but we continued to battle and fight and got ourselves back in the game and had a chance at the end. And at times that's all you can ask for. So, you got to flush that one. Come up here tonight, long road trip. You had to come make the big trip. You got to come out ready to play from the opening tip tonight.
Absolutely, and they're playing a Corydon Central Ball Club that's struggling a little bit this year, as we said, at 2-3, and they had a tough loss last night, 62-24, I believe, to Scottsburg. So they are, of course, a little bit of kind of an up and down the teams themselves, but it's tough. But those are the kind of teams that could scare you, though, a little bit, especially when you're playing on the road and so forth. So you got to come out sharp, right?
Oh, there's no doubt. A team like that, you don't know what to expect. When you play against a team that's pretty good, you prepare for that. And tonight I think the coaching staff's probably going to be more focused on how do we play, how do we perform, as opposed to who the opponent is. Mm-hmm. Do we go out and run our offensive sets? Do we play good defense? Do we do the things that we need to do to make ourselves a better team?
And, of course, you also want to go out on a positive note because after tonight there's a 13-day break before the holidays.
Yeah, it's a good point. We don't want to have that sour note in our mouth for a long time.
So the Wildcats were their regular starting lineup of Will Wallace, Braden Giesler, Caden Nerney, Andrew Doblett, and Jace Foy. On the floor, the tip is controlled by the Panthers. With the basketball is Trey Wiley. Now out to Carter Kaufman. Wiley again on the right wing. Three on the way is up and in by number 11, Devin Murphy, and the Panthers draw first blood. They lead at 3-0.
Murphy's only a sophomore, but he's their leading scorer, I think, at like 17 a game. So we'll have to make sure we got a guy on him and a hand in his face.
You want to talk about youth, junior varsity club with about 6 freshmen on it. And Jasper handily defeated them 64-20 tonight in the JV contest. Shot is up, no good. Rebound comes to the Panthers, and they're on the attack. Wiley works into the back court to Murphy. Murphy will pump another three, and he'll miss it this time. Wallace comes down with the rebound. He'll clear it to Giesler and up to Noblet. Wildcats on the attack. Down low to Wallace. Will tries to bust his way and lost the handle. It'll belong to Corydon. The Wildcats with the turnover. Coming up short on their first 2 possessions here tonight. They trail at 3-0, underway here in the first quarter. Wolf with it. Circles to the top of the key. Back to Murphy. Now here is T-Mac Wilkinson, number 44. Out to Kaufman. Here's a 3 by Wilkinson, is no good. Long rebound comes to Kaufman. Ball goes loose, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Wildcats. So Jasper with the basketball and trailing 3-0.
We just need to be patient on offense. Let our offense work and have the opportunity to get good shots out of it. We don't need to force anything early.
Down low and pass intended to Braden Giesler.
It was a good pass. He should have let him a little bit more to the basket where he could have caught it and shot it at the same time. But at least we were looking and hit the cutter for one time.
Wildcats had a little difficulties with, shot the ball well from the outside last night against Southridge, but shots like that did go down this time for Wallace were kind of a little more harder to come by last night.
Well, last night he struggled a little bit inside. We got the ball in there to him, but we just didn't shoot the ball well inside the paint last night at all.
So the foul is called on number 44, T-Mac Wilkinson. And Wallace completes the three-point play with a free throw there. He ties the ball game at 3. Under 6 minutes to go here at Corydon Central. In the first quarter, so Panthers coming to the contest 2 and 3. Jasper with the 3-game losing streak, looking to put an end to that. Down low to Wilkinson. Back out to Murphy. He'll throw up a 3 again. Or excuse me, that's actually number 31, Carter Kaufman. So Kaufman with the 3-point basket. And it's 6-3, Panthers.
We're going to have to get out and guard the 3-point shot because it looks like they like to shoot it.
Exactly. Whether they're big or small, they shoot them all. So, but here is a shot by Noblet is no good. Wallace comes with the board. He'll muscle it up and in, and a foul.
That's going to be 2 fouls on Wilkinson, too, so that's huge right there.
So Wilkinson will pick up his second, as Jason alluded to, and going to the line for the second time tonight will be looking to complete a 3-point play as Will Wallace. Wallace's free throw is up and in. He zips it. He's got all 6 of the Wildcat points to get on 2 old-fashioned 3-point plays. And the ball game is tied at 6-6. Panthers on the attack. Man getting set to come in, most likely for Wilkinson, as he has picked up 2 early fouls here. With Wallace working hard on him on the offensive end. Wilkinson looks at the 3, but pulls up and deals it out to Murphy, who's guarded by Foy. Kaufman now. Wiley inside the lane, deals it out to Murphy. Murphy looks at the 3, pulls up, throws up about a 15-footer and hits it. So Devin Murphy's got 5.
I'd go right to Wallace here and try to pick up a quick 3rd foul on Wilkinson.
Instead, a baseline jumper by Ernie is no good. Panthers on the attack. They lead it 8-6.
That's where we got to be smart. Know that guy's got 2 fouls. Let's let Wallace get it. Wallace has had his way with him inside. Almost
drug his foot, but here is Kaufman, and he does lose the handle, but King's controlling. He's got Noblet defending on him. Here's a outlet pass to Wilkinson. Wilkinson works it out in the backcourt. He'll drive it in the lane. Finds a man down low, up and in is Carter Kaufman for his second bucket. He's got 5. Murphy's got 5. It's 10-6, Panthers.
We got another chance to do that. Get inside, Will. Get in there and post up and get him the ball.
Foy finds Giesler down low. Out to Noblet for 3, and he'll hit it. So Andrew Noblet with his first bucket of the night. It's a 3-pointer. 10-9, Corydon. Gone a long way. I mean, the man who's supposedly coming in for Wilkinson has been sitting down, and now he's got some company. So a pair of Panthers and a pair of Wildcats getting set to come in. Likely, it looks like Logan Day and Butel. Here's a 3 from the corner, up and in. Put a body on him. Devin Murphy has his second 3-pointer. He's got 8.
I can see how he's their leading scorer. He's got a nice shot.
There's a steal by the Panthers. Turnover by the Wildcats. Wilkinson look for a man on the corner. Oh, whoa, look out. Well, it's in there. And Wilkinson up, and it is, they're going to call a blocking foul against the Wildcats.
That could have been his 3rd.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's why I was hoping.
Exactly. But it is a foul. It's going to be called instead on Braden Giesler for his first. Wilkinson will go to the line to shoot 2. He's yet to score in this contest. He missed, or actually hits that one, excuse me. And again, new faces in the ball game for Jasper. Logan Day and Max Butel. It looks like Grant Lindeman and Jack Fessel for Corydon, along with number 23, Waylon DeBlato.
Well, they did us a favor. They took Murphy out of the game, so.
So Wildcats with the basketball. Noblet with it. Deals it over to Day. Day and loses the handle, and the Panthers come up with the basketball. Fessel with it to Wolf. Kaufman now. Whistle. And a timeout is going to be called with 1:29 to go. It's 15-9, Corydon Central with the lead. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central, Panthers with the basketball and a 15-9 lead, and they scramble for the loose ball. Gieser's down there in the middle of it. I guess the held ball is going to be called, and I'm not sure exactly where the arrow is going. I guess it's going to belong to the Wildcats.
Jasper's, yeah.
So Waylon DeBlato, by the way, and Jack Fessel and Grant Lindeman were the new faces before that timeout for the Panthers, while Wildcats have on the floor Max Butel, Noblet, Wallace, Logan Day are all out on the floor right now. They try to find Wallace down low with being defended by Titus Wolf.
I'd take advantage of that. Wally's got about 50 pounds on that guy that's trying to guard him in there. Let him get it in there and let him use his body.
Jace Foy is back in the ball game. He'll replace Giesler. Max will bring it out in the backcourt. Finds Noblet in the back, out on top of the key. Here's a 3 by Foy on the way. It's short. No good, but the Wildcats do come at the rebound and a scramble again for the ball. Tied up. They're going to call traveling against the Wildcats.
Well, what happened there, Kerry, he got the ball. He had control of the ball when he was down on one knee, and he stood up. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. You have to make the pass before you stand up.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Corydon on top, 15-9. Panthers with the basketball. Loose ball. It comes battle for it. And we see another jump ball.
That's awful.
Nobody. I mean, it wasn't tiled up.
Nobody even had their hands on the ball.
Exactly. Well, it will be a tied up ball, as they say, and it will be the Panthers' possession.
These officials need to let them play it out. You know, As soon as there starts to get 2 or 3 guys around the ball, and hands start going everywhere, the officials just jump ball.
Coming back into the contest for Jasper will be Caden Nerney. Will Wallace will have a rest right before the end of the first quarter with 21 seconds to go. Here's a 3 on the way, is up and in by Grant Lindeman. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers by the Panthers here in the first quarter. There's a 3 by the Wildcats towards the end of the third quarter. Will not fall. 18-9 is our score. 9-point lead for the Panthers as we take a break here on 18 WJTS. High school, where the Panthers jump out to an 18-9 lead after the first quarter, Jason.
Yeah, like we were talking off the air, Kerry, we're getting shots, but we're not shooting the ball well. And when we don't shoot well, we don't make adjustments very well. I feel like we need to get the ball into Will Wallace and at least play the inside-outside game, but get it into him and let him muscle and power his way up there to try to score.
So the Wildcats will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Looks like the original 5 is back out there. Wallace, Foy, Giesler, Noblet, and Ernie. Wallace inside the lane, and that is not a shot out there. He will be called for steps.
I unofficially have us for 5 turnovers already.
Well, and another thing is that like I said, we're not. We just talked about it, but still, that was a great case where we could have utilized his muscle, Wallace that is, down low. Here's a steal perhaps. Another tied up ball, the third one tonight.
Yeah.
Where's this one? This one's going to go to Corydon since the Cats got it to start the second quarter. Wildcats need to step it up. And right now they are struggling on the offensive end, as Jason pointed out, on the at least on the shooting side of it, and out in the perimeter. Corydon, however, has been hitting well.
You know, sometimes when you're struggling on the offensive end, pick it up on defense. Really get in their face and get your heart pumping, blood flowing, and you know, then sometimes that translates into some better shots.
Doblato with it out in the backcourt. Actually, now it's over to Wolf, Titus Wolf. Wiley now.
See, they don't have their 2 leading scorers in there now. Murphy and Wilkinson are both out. And we're just letting them hold the ball.
That's right.
They're not even looking to score.
Murphy's speaking of which, is getting set to check back in along with another player. Here's a long 3, is no good. Rebound by Jack Vessel, but he lost the handle. It went out of bounds. It'll belong to the Wildcats. As we said, Devin Murphy coming back in the contest along with Carter Kaufman. Kaufman has 5 points. Murphy coming back in the contest with 8 points of his own in that first quarter. So the Wildcats with the basketball, trailing by 9. 18-9 is our score.
Right there, we could have threw a nice lob pass to him, leading him to the basket, and he had an easy layup.
There's a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the floor against the Panthers. As Wallace was battling down low. Foul was called, I believe, on looked like number 31, Carter Kaufman. That'll be his first. Noblet inside, little floater up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Giesler's got it. He'll muscle it up. He'll miss the shot, and Corydon comes down with the ball. Vessel with it, up the floor. Jack Vessel with the basketball. He deals it out to Kaufman. Wiley now. Here's Murphy. Another 3 on the way by Murphy, and he nails it. Devin Murphy with this third 3-pointer. He's got 11 points. Timeout is called with 5:37 to go in the second quarter of play. Corydon on top, 21-9. Back after this. Back at Corydon Central, 21-9. Wildcats down to the Panthers. Butel now back on the floor. Here is Ernie to Butel. He'll drive the baseline. He'll find Nobble in the quarter, and then a 3 on the way is up and in by Braden Giesler. So Braden Giesler with a much-needed shot in the arm for the Wildcats. Now a 9-point contest, 21-12. Triple team, and he's going to be called for traveling as the Wildcats put a triple team on Jack Vessel. Made him startled, and
good thing, because they had 3 guys on him. Two guys were open.
2 guys are open. Vital used to always say that. You double teamed him, somebody's got to be open. That makes sense. So, but anyway, the Cats with the basketball looking to take advantage of the turnover. Noblet down low to Wallace. And tries to find Ernie, but passes wide.
Square your shoulders up to the basket. Try to make a move and then pass it out.
Another turnover for the Wildcats. Murphy The hot hand is with the basketball, and here is also a hot hand in Kaufman. T-Mac Wilkinson back to Murphy. He'll swing it left. Wilkinson now working on Giesler. He'll drive. Deals it out to Fessel, whose three-point shot is no good. And the Wildcats with Nabit from three in the corner, no good. And somehow Giesler comes up with that underneath, but shot is no good. Here is Wallace up and no good, but a foul. It looks like that's number three is going to be already on Wilkinson.
Yep.
Will Wallace will go to the line for the third time tonight. He's 2 for 2 with 6 points.
We're doing a good job crashing the offensive board, but we're just missing too many shots. We shouldn't have to get that many rebounds if we hit our shots.
Missing a bucket. I forget. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm good. What am I scoring? Never mind. Thought I was missing a bucket but it turned out I did have Giesler's three-pointer down. Wallace missed that first free throw, by the way, and this second one is good. So Wallace with 7.
Jasper's picking up a little bit, full court, man-to-man. Trying to slow the tempo down a little bit, force them into maybe taking a hurried shot.
21-13, Wildcats trail. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Murphy, Patel on him, who lost his footing but is now back on his feet. Here is Wiley, finds Fessel on the baseline, and he is forced out of bounds, and that will result in a turnover against the Panthers. Logan Day back in the lineup for Jasper. Along with the new face for the Panthers, actually a new man in, is going to be Waylon DeBlato, who is back in for the second time tonight. So the Panthers, coached by Joe Hinton, platooning some players. Nice reverse layup up and in by number 13 for the Cats, Max Butel, with his first 2 of the night. 21-15, Jasper within 8.
See, that's right there is why you press, because we forced them into taking a shot that I'm sure their coach wasn't happy with.
A 6-point deficit for the Wildcats, who now have the basketball on the Panthers turnover. Noblet drives. He'll try to put a shot up, but he's going to be fouled. Nice drive by Nobby there.
It was. He turned the corner as he come off the handoff. That was one thing I noticed last night with Southridge. They did a lot of that same offensive motions, but their guy, when he would take the handoff, was going north-south. He was going towards the basket instead of east-west across the court. And they did a very good job of getting into the lane. And I just feel like sometimes we get caught up in coming off of that and not trying to get to the basket.
Nabla hits the first of 2. He's got 4 points. Second one is up and in. 5 for Andrew. Cats now within 4 all of a sudden. It's 21-17.
Well, you got a couple turnovers out of this little token press, and a couple times you forced them into some bad shots.
You pump up that defense a little bit and put some pressure on their guards and contest those shots that they've been getting off.
Yep.
Speaking of which, hot hand is Murphy, and he has the basketball.
Our defense has picked up a little bit.
There's a nice forced turnover there. Wildcats have it. Day to Giesler. Puts a shot up off the glass and in. And now timeout is called by the Panthers. Joseph Hinton wants to talk about it. It'll be a full timeout with 2:31 to go in the second quarter of play. Jasper within 2 all of a sudden. It's 21-19 back after this at 18 WJTS. Wildcats on a 8-3 run, it looks like, or a 10-3 run to start the second quarter here with 2:31, and they are within 2 now, Jason. So a good little run for the Cats.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we said, turn up the defense and it can translate into better offensive possessions. And this little token pressure that we've done has done the number so far.
So 21-19 is our score. Panthers with the basketball. They've come up short on the last couple of possessions. That shot is going to be no good. Murphy comes up with the basketball. He'll launch a 3 from way deep, about 25 feet out. And it's 24-19. Panthers back up by 5.
Sager came into the game too. Number 21 for Jasper. I think he came in at the timeout.
Ball is going to be out of bounds. It belongs to the Panthers. As Jason pointed out, number 21, Thomas Sager in the lineup for the Cats. Also looks like Ernie's back in the ball game. .147 to go. Panthers with the basketball. They lead it by 5. 24-19 is our score. Jack Fessel off the bench has seen a lot of action since he came off the first time tonight. He'll scramble that, and he's going to be called for traveling. So Jasper with the basketball back.
See, I got Corydon up to 6 turnovers now. And they had 2 at the end of the first quarter.
Noblet in the contest now. 1:35 to go. Giesler looks for Noblet low. He'll drive the lane. He'll lay it up and in. Saw an opening, and he took advantage of it.
See, that's the difference. Giesler's running the same position that Wallace runs when he's usually in there. But he's a little quicker, so he was able to make that move where Wally usually can't do that.
Giesler with 5 second quarter points. It's 24-21. Long three on the way, no good. Rebound Panthers.
Trap him.
Murphy. Out to Wiley. Under a minute to go in the quarter, or the half. 24-21 is our score. Here's a 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. And the Wildcats come up with the rebound. Dave will bring it up instead, actually. Here is Ernie. Caden with in the background. He'll drive. Deals it off to Sager. Giesler now with it. 24 seconds on the clock. Jasper with a chance to tie this game up before halftime. And they look like they will go for the last shot. 16 seconds now.
They'll run a set play here, whatever it is.
Caden will hand it off to Day, Noblet, Sager. 4 seconds. Giesler. Stop, fires, and hits! Right at the buzzer. Number 35, Braden Giesler with his 8th point of the second quarter. He puts the Wildcats within 1 as he hits a little jumper about 15 feet out, from 15 feet out at the buzzer. And the Wildcats now trail at 24-23 here at halftime. We'll take a break and we'll come back after this on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central. We're about set to bring you the second half of tonight's ball game between the Jasper Wildcats and the Corydon Central Panthers, which Panthers lead at halftime, 24-23. Take a quick look at the scoring. The Panthers have 3 points from Grant Lindeman and 1 point from T-Mac Wilkinson, 5 points for Carter Kaufman, but 14 points by Devin Murphy on the hot hand tonight. He's got 4 3-point baskets on the evening in the first half. Wildcats led in scoring at halftime by Braden Giesler with 8 points, 7 points for Will Wallace, 5 points by Andrew Noblet, and Max Butel with a pair of points here in the first half tonight. So Jason, what are we looking at for the second half? I mean, Jasper made a nice little run there to finish out the first, picked up the defensive pressure a little bit as we talked about, and something that we obviously need to carry over for the second half. What do you think?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see us come out with the same defensive intensity that we got back in the game there in the second quarter with. And I think if we can do that, this is a winnable game for us. We just have to come out here the second half and perform the way we're capable of it.
Both teams with their original starting lineups to start the second half. T-Mac Wilkinson, Carter Kaufman, Titus Wolf, Devin Murphy, Trey Wiley for the Panthers. Wildcats, of course, with Wallace, Giesler, Ernie, Noblet, and Foy. Foy with the basketball now, deals it out to Wallace in the backcourt. Down low to Andrew Noblet. Noblet looks underneath, finds Foy. Ernie, Wallace with the 3, no good. And the Panthers have the basketball. Just underway here in the third quarter here on 18 WJTS. Kerry Schneider, Jason Staum, and Jeremy Marcos here with you tonight. Pass is down low. Wolf. Three is up and in. T-Mac Wilkinson. Okay, I was looking down at my score sheet when he threw that up. Wilkinson with his 4th point. And the Panthers are up by 4, 24-23 here at the outset of the third quarter. Noblet looks for Ernie down low, and Ernie will bring it out there down low, and losing the footing was Wallace, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, but at least we got the ball into him, and he attempted to make a move. His feet just slipped out from under him.
They're looking at the floor right now for a little. Let's see if there is any kind of moisture or anything perhaps down there that would have caused him to.
Yeah, I don't know if he slipped or if his feet just got tangled and he tripped, but
just trying to figure out maybe what exactly caused him to hit the deck like that. Panthers with the basketball on the turnover. 27-23 is their score. Wolf. Kaufman drives the baseline against Noblet. Noblet, I guess, got a piece of it and knocked it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Panthers. And John Gable will quickly call a 30-second timeout with just a little more than a minute and a half into this third quarter. 27-23 is our score. The Wildcats.
Yeah, Coach Gable must have seen something that he didn't like, to call a timeout that quick into the second half. And he called a 30 here to try to get things straightened out.
I just want to see, obviously, what is the strategy here to start out here and kind of get ahead in this ball game.
Well, I think down here on offense, we got to take care of the ball, and we got to get better shots. We started this second half of this game just like we did last night with Will Wallace shooting a three-pointer. And I'm not saying Will's not a good three-point shooter, but that particular time of the game, I'm not sure that's what we need. I would have liked to seen, if we were going to shoot that, have Andrew shoot it maybe, or Giesler or somebody like that. Whoa.
Murphy, long three-point shot is good. Devin Murphy with his 17-point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 three-point shots tonight.
But we did a good job there. We got down the floor. Wally posted up. We got him the ball and got a foul in there.
The foul is going to be called on Carter Kaufman. That's going to be his third.
Now that, the shot that Murphy hit down there, you can't really fault the defense because, he was out. He was between the three-point line and the volleyball line, so he was way out there. The defense wasn't that bad.
First free throw attempt by Will Wallace, by the way, is no good. Second one is good. Wallace has 8 points. 30-24, Jasper down by 6. Panthers with the basketball. Wiley. Kaufman and a whistle and a charge. Was that on Kaufman?
Yep.
That's his fourth. That will be his fourth. You'd think about it, but taking him out when he picked up his third there early in this half, but now he's got 4, so obviously no choice in that. Yeah. Waylon Bilbotto will come in. Sorry.
And he's the one that's guarding Wallace inside, so I'd go right at him here. Get it in there. Stay in there. Go down there and post, get him the ball, and pick up a 5th foul on him.
Go for the juggler. Giesler deals it out finally to Ernie. Noblet drives the baseline. Nobby puts it up and in. Looking for a dunk perhaps on that, but was able to get the roll. And Noblet has 7 points. 30-26, Cats down by 4.
Oh, don't leave him open double T.
Oh, and here's a block. And I thought I saw a forearm. Just looked like he got away with there.
Yeah, he possibly did.
But the foul is going to go against Jasper. Doblato will come into the contest for the Panthers. That foul is called on, it looks like Caden Ernie. It'll be his first foul of the third quarter for the Cats. Panthers have 2, by the way.
Foy's guarding Murphy, and that last time he left him to double team, which is what they're trying to do, like right there. When the ball goes to that wing, we're double teaming, but with Murphy, he can't really do that. You need to stay on him.
Wilkinson now. He's got 3 fouls on him, by the way, and he'll pump up a 3, and he'll hit it. The Panthers are on fire from 3 points out in the whistle, and the official's going to talk with Foy for a second.
I think they thought maybe he had blood on him or maybe he hurt his knee. I'm not sure what that was about. But
T-Mac Wilkinson with a pair of 3-pointers here in the third quarter. He's got 7 points now. And the Panthers are up by 7, 33-26. Wallace hands it off to Ernie. Caden looking for help. Finds Wallace. Gieser in the corner. Wallace down low. Muscles a shot up. No good. Gets his own rebound. No good. Next shot up is up and in. Third time's a charm for Will Wallace. He's got 10 points.
Give him credit there. I mean, he kept after it. He kept battling and finally come up with the bucket.
A little physicality down there, too. He overcame that obstacle of it as well.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been about 2 or 3 different fouls called.
5-point ball game. Steal by the Wildcats. Here comes Noblet. Andrew will put the shot up, no good. Gieser comes up with it. Gieser muscles down low. He'll draw the foul. It looks like that might be on Trey Wiley. It will be on Wiley. It'll be his first, I believe. Going to the line for the Wildcats will be Braden Giesler. Giesler's got 8 points. Make it 9 as he hits the first of 2. Utel back in the lineup with the Wildcats along with Jack Fessel for the Panthers. So Braden with the chance to put the Wildcats within 3. And he will be short on that one. And that ball is stripped away by Wallace. Jasper has it back. Down low to Giesler. Giesler finds 3-point up and in by Logan Day. I was blocked by a banner here from our vantage point here. So Logan Day with the 3-point basket. And we are within 1, 33-32. 3:09 to go in the third. Here's a 3 on the other end, up and no good. Wildcats come up with the basketball.
Again, that little half-court press or whatever forced Corydon into taking a quick shot there.
So Jasper with the, Wallace loses a footing again. Steal by the Panthers. Vessel takes it all the way, and he's going to be fouled by Wallace. Wallace was going to make him work hard for that basket.
Yeah, he was going to make sure he was going to have to earn his points at the free throw line.
I believe that's Wallace's first foul anyway, so obviously, yes, it will be his first. So Will Wallace picks up his first and going to the line to shoot 2 will be Jack Fessel. As I said, Wallace was going to make him work hard for these 2 points. And the first one is off the mark, no good. 33-32 our score. Panthers have led from the outset. As Grant Lindemann comes in the ball game for Joseph Hinton's ball club. Fessel's next one is good. So Fessel hits 1 of 2. He's got 1 point in the contest. Jasper trails by 2. They have the basketball, 34-32 with 2.5 to play. Here's a 3 on the way up, off mark, no good. As I thought, it looked like Dave was going to sink his second straight 3-point basket to give the Cats a lead, but not the case. Here's a steal by the Wildcats. Here is Day with it. Logan finds Giesler down low, back out to Logan. He'll pump another 3. This time it's good again. So Logan Day with his second three-pointer here in the third quarter. He is 2 for 3. He gives the Wildcats the first lead of the night, 35-34. Wilkinson, three-point basket on the other end for the answer. And the Panthers, Wilkinson's his third three-point basket here in the third quarter. The Panthers are back up by 2, 37-35.
The scoring's picked up quite a bit here.
That's the pace itself. You're exactly right. Yeah. And there's a steal by the Panthers. Fessel has it. He will bring it up the floor. Wilkinson stops, deals it off to DeBlato. Now to Fessel. Murphy now. .113 to play in the third. Panthers by 2. They have the basketball. Here's a three on the way, off the mark, no good. And Wallace comes up with the rebound for the Cats. 1:05 to play in the third. Butel. Day back to Butel. He'll pump a three. Off the mark, no good. Murphy comes up with the board to Wilkinson. Under a minute to play in the third. Panthers with the basketball. They lead by 2.
We need a good defensive stop right here.
Murphy now working on Butel. Panthers probably maybe perhaps going for the last shot, but still 26 seconds to go and driving with it is Wilkinson. It looks like he was fouled.
That's not a bad foul. That's only our second or third this quarter.
Second of the quarter.
So
not sure who they called it on there. I was looking at the board. I
think
it was Giesler. So Braden Giesler picks up his second. 26 seconds to go. And a whistle. I think a timeout by Coach Hinton with 26.5 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break ourselves. Come back after this here on 18 WJTS. 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Corydon Central with a 2-point lead in the basketball.
Jack Levin checked in at the timeout there for Jasper.
So Levin in the contest for the first time.
Oh.
Basket is up and in and a foul.
That's just bad defense. I mean, he just broke straight to the basket, and we didn't stay between him and the basket, and they got him the ball.
And that'll be Devin Murphy. It's only his second 2-point basket of the night, but he'll have a chance at a 3-point play, which he will not complete as he missed that free throw. But he came out there for a rebound and a three this way, and that is off, but no good. And the Panthers will maintain possession of the basketball. Wallace and Giesler come back in. Coach Gable is quick to get those two off the bench.
Well, we didn't have much size in there, and that's what caused us to not be able to get that rebound.
Here's Wilkinson with a three, up and in. 13 seconds ago. Wilkinson, he's got 4 3-pointers, and there's a steal by the Panthers. Up and no good. Rebound Wilkinson, up and in. Holy cow. What a quarter he's had. That is the end of the third quarter of play, where the Panthers quickly on a quick flurry there to close out the quarter. Jump back out to a 9-point lead, 44-35. We'll have the fourth quarter for you after this here on 18 WJTS.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit better job of guarding him. He's kind of a matchup problem for us. He's 6'5", so he has the ability to shoot over a lot of guys that we have that guard him.
Obviously. So the Panthers with the basketball, leading by 9 here in the fourth quarter. There's another three on the way. It's in and out, no good. Panthers with the rebound. Wilkinson up and in. T-Mac Wilkinson with 17 points. As we said, 14 of those coming in the third quarter on 4 3-pointers and a 2-point basket. He's added to his total. He's now got 17 to actually, Murphy still leads the charges for the Panthers in the scoring department with 19. Wildcats trail by 11, 46-35.
Oh.
Hand whistle and an over back is going to be called. And Coach Gable's asking how that could be. And when he was on the other end.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Coach Gable's trying to question it, but it's not the same rule as what it used to be. It used to be your body. Now it's the ball. So from where that official was, I don't know how he could tell that the ball went over.
46-35, Panthers by 11. They have the basketball. Wilkinson, the hot hand fires. He misses this shot. Whistle and an over back call is going to be foul is going to be called on
Fessel.
Jack Fessel will be called for the personal.
Wilkinson kind of rushed that one a little bit. Normally he's got his feet set and ready to shoot. That one he wasn't.
The Wildcats looking to get back in this contest. Three-pointer will do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not out of the realm, of course.
No,
but
you got to play good defense, and you got it right there. That's not a bad shot.
And it's over the basket. No good.
Oh,
overshot it. And a whistle. And that's going to be the Panthers basketball.
He tackled him.
I said I was kind of blocked again from my vantage point up here, but referee is making an explanation to Coach John Gable, and it's going to be a jump ball they're calling.
I don't know how they could call that a jump
He's coming
ball.
up with that's the final. I guess that's the final answer, and it will be Jasper's basketball. Or is he said black ball.
Yeah, because of the jump ball.
Okay, yeah, but he was pointing on the other end, so
I don't know how you come out of that with a jump ball. I mean, the Corydon guy actually tackled somebody out of bounds. I'm not sure who.
It was Wallace.
Wallace.
Yeah, it looked like Wallace. Speaking of Wally, he's inside the lane. No muscle shot up, no good, but a foul is called. Wallace will go to the line to shoot two. First one is in and out, and no good. Wallace has 10 points. He's 2 for 5 from the line.
Yeah, Will's usually a pretty good free throw shooter for us.
That one also in and out, no good. Panthers with the basketball. There's a loose ball. They come up with it. Wilkinson with it. Shot is up and in. Timeout is called. 6:23 to go in the ball game. Panthers lead it 49-35. Back after this on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central High School, where the Wildcats are down, behind 49-35. Jason Stamm with 6:23 to play. The Cats scoreless to start this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing hard. There's no doubt about that. We're not catching any breaks, but sometimes you got to make your own breaks. We got to continue to play hard, and we got to pick it up on defense. I mean, we've got to have some defensive stops if we're going to get back in this game. And it's careless passing like that that's what's gotten us in trouble.
Wallace all the way to the hole for his 12th point. And the first basket for the Cats. And there's a steal by the Wildcats. Giesler's got it. He'll put it up. No good, but he draws the foul. So Giesler with 9 points will go to the line to shoot two.
Lindemann picked up that foul. He's a freshman.
So Lindemann, as you said, with the foul. His first. Cats not knocking down the free throws when they need to right now.
No, our free throw shooting's not up to par what it usually is tonight. Corydon's a young team. They've only got 3 seniors, and only really one of them plays, Kaufman.
Second one by Geisler this time is good. He's got 10. Logan Day and Max Butel back in the lineup for Jasper. Panthers with the basketball. Dulabo, and there's a steal by Noblet. Noblet drives the baseline, puts the body in, and he's going to be called for the foul.
Charging.
Charged by Noblet as they say went in with the body.
I mean, either or, even if they don't call that, that's you got to be under control. And Andrew's got to do a better, as a senior there, he's got to do a little bit better job of knowing what he can and can't do there. I mean, we've got to, every possession's vital here. So you got to be under control, and it just looked like he kind of got out of control, tried to hurry a little bit there.
And such is the case with down by 11, under 6 minutes to go. For Noblet, that was his first foul. So like Jasper right now, it's got to be do or die now with the stops on the defensive end.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, if Corydon's smart, they won't let us force them into an ill-advised shot. But like I just said, they're young.
Murphy was just putting the shoulder down on the Wildcat defender. Coach Gable beside himself, and understandably so. The foul, however, will go against the Wildcats. It looks like Butel picks up at first.
Murphy does that a lot. I mean, he likes to, when he gets the ball, he's like a little bull in a china shop. I mean, he puts his head down and shoulders and elbows and everything else to dribble through.
49-38 is our score. Panthers with the basketball. Wildcats, like I said, every possession now defensively is a big one. Wilkinson, the hot hand of the second half, has the basketball. Here's a three, this time by number 3, Jack Fessel. It's no good. Jasper with the basket. Ooh, almost lost it by Noblet. Down low to Wallace. Missed the shot. Out of bounds. And it'll belong to Jasper.
Right there, you got to finish. Yeah, you got to finish that. I mean, it was uncontested. It just got in too big a hurry. And
it was an issue last night at Southridge, and it is carried over tonight here at Corydon.
It's like we get too rushed. We get in too big a hurry instead of just taking our time and powering the ball up strong and scoring.
Nearing the 5-minute mark in the ball game. Here's Noblet for 3. He'll hit it. Big three-point basket by Andrew Noblet. He's got 10. 49-41. Jasper within 8. Panthers with the basketball. Jasper again needs a stop.
You can rattle them. You can rattle them because
they have picked up the pressure.
They're young, they're not used to being in this situation. These young guys.
Wilkinson, the layup is no good. Ball is loose. Coming up with it is Geisler.
We got lucky there.
Here's a 3 on the way. Up and in. 3-point basket by Logan Day. His third three-pointer in the second half. And it's now a 5-point contest, 49-44. Timeout is called with 4:21 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS. With 4:21 to play and regulation, Jasper trails it now by 5. They've cut it to within 5, 49-44. Panthers with the basketball, and there's a mishandled basketball out of bounds, and the Cats will have it on the turnover. So the Cats need to take advantage of this opportunity, Jay.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, there's plenty of time left. I mean, there's almost 4.5 minutes left in this game, so we don't need to panic. I mean, we need to just keep doing what we've been doing here to get back in it.
Here's Noblet. He'll put up a 3 and hit! Andrew Noblet with a 3-point basket. He's got 13. It's Cats are well with it too. 49-47. Jasper looking for the stop.
Well, and part of Corydon's helped us because they kind of quit looking to score. They got the big lead, and we're in a scramble mode.
Here's a shot up and a good foul, I'll say.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Butel actually got a hold of him and had his arm, so he couldn't hardly get the ball up.
Going to the line is going to be Jack Fessel. Did you say he was the freshman?
He's a sophomore.
Our sophomore. He misses that free throw. He's actually has 1 point. He was, before that shot, 1 for 2. Now he's 1 for 3. 49-47 is the score. Fessel with another free throw coming. This one does not drop as well. Giesler comes down with the rebound. Shot is no good. Butel down low, finds Noblet. Andrew down the lane, deals it out to Day. Three-pointer is good. Logan Day with his 4th three-pointer of the second half. Jasper leads it 50-49. Panthers on the attack. Here's Murphy. He'll pump up a 3, and he'll hit it. They've come up with the answers twice tonight. Jasper has been able to take a 1-point lead, but they've been able to answer with a 3 of their own. 52-50. Corydon back on top. Giesler ties it with a layup up and in. So now it's suddenly going back and forth. 52-52 the score, under 3 minutes to go. Jasper has battled back twice in this contest. Here's a near steal. It is a steal. Giesler up and in, and a foul. Braden Giesler comes up with the steal. He took it all the way, drew the foul, got the basket. Cats are up by 2 with a chance to go up by 3 on a free throw by Gies. Way to storm back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about, you know, you don't quit, you keep battling, and you keep playing hard, and I could see this coming because Corydon is young. They're very inexperienced, and that's what's getting them. I mean, that's what's, you know, that's what's got us back in the game is their ill-advised play.
Giesler has 10, 12, 14, and he comes up off. He gets his rebound. He's had a heck of a 4th quarter tonight. Jasper with the basketball. They lead now by 2. 2:35 to go in the contest. Here's Giesler. Circles it out. Braden. 2:25 to go. Noblet. Circles top of the key. Finds Wallace down low. Will muscle. Will put it up. Will miss the shot. He gets his rebound. Loose ball. Puts it up and no good, but a foul is called.
Called it on the floor, so he won't be shooting.
Okay, so Wallace, and that is the 4th foul of the quarter. We can keep an eye on that now with Corydon with 4 fouls down in this quarter. Still 2 minutes to go, 2:04. Jasper, on the other hand, has 3. Looks like they are calling, actually, what they are calling on the shot.
Yeah, I thought he pointed on the floor.
Okay.
But I guess no, it's 5 team fouls.
Oh, it is a 15 foul now. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Jeremy. What would we do without Judd one way or the other? Here's a free throw up and in by Wallace. So Jeremy Marcos points out to us it was the 5th foul. Wallace nails them both. Jasper with their biggest lead of the night by 4. 2 minutes to go, 56-52. Panthers now suddenly down by 4, and they have the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go. Wilkinson. Murphy. Here's Wilkinson for 3. No good. Gets his, actually the ball, rebound comes to Fessel. Driving in the lane, short jumper is off and no good by Trey Wiley. Jasper has the basketball and a 4-point lead. Under 3.5 to play. Or 1.5, excuse me. Nowblick just gets bumped, and they're not going to call, but a timeout is going to be called by Jasper with 1:17 to go in the ball game. Jasper's nice job storming back for the Cats, Jason.
Yeah, and it all started with the defense. You know, we picked up the full court pressure that we had in the first half, but we put a little more emphasis on it, and we played it a little bit harder the second half. That's what got us key turnovers, And obviously there was some big shooting by Noblet and Day, of course. Day's had, I think, maybe 2 or 3 threes here in the fourth quarter. So those are the keys to what's gotten us back in this game. Now, this is our game to win.
I was going to say, it is their game to win, but you're up by 4, but 117 is the eternity. You got to keep that pressure on those Corydon shooters.
There's no doubt. I mean, they've got some guys, the difference is now there's a little more pressure on those shots than what they were early in the game. Mm-hmm. It's easy to shoot early in the game, but when the game could be riding on every shot, it's a little bit tougher.
Oh, near loss of the basketball, as we tell, was fortunately be able to come up with it, I should say. 1:08 to go. Giesler will work it out. Wallace, Noblet, you want to have the ball in his hands right now.
Pass it. Just pass the ball. That's all you got to do is just keep moving the ball. Don't hold it. Don't let them have a chance to foul.
And with under a minute to go, 55 seconds in fact, going to the line to shoot 2 will be Max Butel. Max has 2 points in this contest. 1-and-1 coming. Or excuse me, 1-and-1, not that anymore. 2 shots coming. And he'll nail that first one and put the Cats up by 5, 57-52. Next one's up and in. 4 points for Butel. 58-52, Jasper by 6, 50 seconds to go. Panthers with the basketball, in dire need of a basket. Wilkinson has been their man tonight, at least in the second half, at a whistle, and that you want to see there is a foul to be called on Wallace.
And that one don't hurt. That's only our 4th team foul, so they have to take the ball out of bounds now. So they're, that's not bad to use that because they look like they were moving towards the basket. Now they have to take it out and start over.
I had a hard time tonight keeping track of the team fouls. It's that the scoreboard that does show the total fouls are on the far end over there, kind of blocked from my vantage, but that's all right. 58-52, and a whistle, and a turnover. Nice defensive pressure by the Wildcats there. So Jasper will have the basketball, leading by 5 with 38 seconds to go. They'll hold on here. It'll be a big victory for the Cats, especially from a psychological standpoint. And if this will be another foul against the Panthers. And going back to the line will be Max Butel, who nailed 2 free throws just a second ago. So he's 2 for 2. He'll have a chance to put the Cats back up by 7 if he can nail them both. He hits that first one.
That could be our biggest lead of the night.
Actually, it is 7 points today. Oh, by far. By far. Actually, it is 7 points. It'll be 8 if he nails this one, and he does. 60-52. Jasper in the driver's seat in this contest. Here's Wilkinson's 3. It's no good. Rebound by the Wildcats, Logan Day, and he will be fouled. Jasper fans on hand here come to their feet. Great job by this Wildcat ball club to battle back twice. In the second, of course, both times the Panthers did have an answer, but then the third time was a charge. They came through. They lead by 6. They're going to walk away, it looks like, here as Logan Day nails the first of 2 free throws. Day with the hot hand with 4 3-pointers in the second half. He's got 12, 13, now 14 in this contest. 62-52, Jasper with a 10-point lead. Shot is up and in by number 31, Carter Kaufman. Kaufman's got 7, 15 seconds. Noblet will dribble it out, 10 seconds. That'll bring us to the end of the ball game. The clock will wind down, and the Jasper Wildcats come away with a hard-fought second, great comeback here. Well, when you say that, I mean just a great way to answer these Panthers when they were in this contest. Jasper's going to win this ball game 62-54 here on the road, Jason.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously to me the biggest thing was the defensive effort. I think coaching staff will use this as a great learning tool. If you come out and you put the effort that we put in when we got behind, you know, we came out and played like our pants were on fire and actually, you know, got some stuff done. And there's no reason why we can't do that all the time. Why do we have to dig ourselves in a hole before we decide we're going to do that? And I think, you know, from the coaching standpoint, they're going to probably talk about that, you know, hey, let's put forth that defensive effort early on in the game so we don't dig ourselves in holes the way that we did tonight and last night against Southridge. You know, we didn't play the defense that we were capable of. That's the thing. You know, we don't talk enough about it is we're capable of playing very good man-to-man defense and getting after teams. You know, tonight we finally pressed a little bit. We half-court trapped a lot. And, you know, against a very young team like Corydon, you know, I looked at their scores, and, you know, they lost a couple games by like 4 points, you know, and I didn't, obviously we didn't see those, but they might have been microcosms of this game, you know, where down the stretch, those young guys just don't know how to finish those games, you know, when they've got the lead. I think the big key, I thought, was there in the fourth quarter that Corydon, when they would break the press, they didn't look to score off of it. You know, they were more in the let's hold the ball mode than they were let's keep running our offense and let's keep looking to score. And, you know, teams in high school basketball, you see it a lot. You know, you get a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter and you think, well, we've got this thing won. But like you said earlier, number one, the three-point shot makes a big difference. And the big thing to me is this two free throws on every foul after five. You know, that can put teams back in the game. You're not out of a game anymore when you're down 6-8 points like you used to be because of the foul situation. Now you get fouled, you go to the free throw line, you get 2 points, and the clock stopped while you're doing it.
Absolutely.
So I think, you know, from the standpoint of this game, Coach Gable will be pretty pleased with the effort, for one thing, which, you know, most of the time our effort's there. But tonight I thought, you know, in the second half we really picked it up and got after them and did a very good job of it.
They did a great job just battling it out, both offensively and defensively, coming up with the big shots. I mean, look at, for example, first of all, Logan Day. Logan Day, great job here in the second half with 4 3-pointers, finished with 14 on the night. So you got guys like that coming off the bench answering the bell.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, I thought Logan Day came in and did an outstanding job there in the, you know, second half. Max Butel came in and ran the point and did the things that he needed to do to help us out. You know, and Giesler had a couple nice steals in there again. You know, and Noblet was his typical self out there. And Wallace is a yeoman. I mean, he works his behind off in the paint. It's not pretty. You know, he's not the most skilled inside player in Southern Indiana, but I guarantee you he's going to work as hard as about anybody else that's out there. So, you know, I'll take my chances with him in there.
And speaking of Will, he was one of 3 talk about balanced scoring. 3 Wildcats finished with 14 points tonight. Will Wallace, Braden Giesler, and Logan Day, who had 14 all in the second half and so forth. Andrew Noblet with 13 points tonight for the Wildcats, 6 for Max Butel off the bench. While we're looking at scoring, of course, Devin Murphy led the scoring for the Panthers tonight with 22 points, 14 in the second half, 17 for T-Mac Wilkinson, and 7 points for Carter Kaufman, 3 points for Trey Wiley. Jack Fesso, I should say, actually, with 3 points as well, too, and 1 point. Make sure I got actually 1 point for Fesso, and it was Waylon Doblato coming off the bench with a 3-pointer in the fourth quarter for the Panthers this evening. Caleb Bagley joins us right now. Assistant Coach Bagley, of course, with us now. And Caleb, as Jason and I were just saying, it was a great way for this ball club to battle back tonight and so forth. I mean, we got you obviously down by as much as 9, 10, maybe I think it was double figures at one point, wasn't it? But every time we battled back, of course, they had an answer and so forth. But at the end, it was your ball club with the final answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. You know, you kind of looked like we were dead in the water there with about 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. I think they had us down 9, 10, 11, whatever it was, and you know, you're kind of looking at that, and the guys stuck with it, you know, and that's where you just got to, you know, understand that, you know, I know you're down 10, but really you're down, you know, it's a couple possessions. If you can get a couple stops, a couple scores, and they weren't down there holding the ball, you know, we just had to make things locate, you know, number 11. He killed us all night long, but, you know, we did that down the stretch, and, you know, a lot of credit there to the two sophomores that came in. They kind of led the charge on those two. Max and Logan did a great job of, you know, making some shots, and then Max did a good job just sticking with 11 and make things hard on him.
Max did make some great defensive plays, and he finished night off the bench with 6 points. But it was, but then it was Logan Day with the hot hand with 4 3-pointers in the second half to really have a spark for you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what Logan can bring to the table, and you know, a lot of credit to him because he spends a lot of time in the gym shooting. You know, and that's what we, you know, when he shoots it, you think it's going in, and there's other guys that are like that, but, you know, when you see him at practice after practice getting more shots up and stuff, like, you know, he kind of earns the right for those balls to go in. So definitely added a huge spark.
Well, speaking of a spark, Caleb, I mean, obviously coming into this contest on a 3-game losing streak, especially after a tough loss last night, the way things ended down at Southridge, you know, this is, I mean, how big is this win for them going into a 13-day break, I believe we had before, after Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously, you know, it feels good to win, and, you know, and in the way we did, where we just kind of had to grind it out and, you know, play with a lot more energy than what we came out with. But the biggest thing was, you know, we were not perfect at all, and that's kind of what we, you know, we can't forget. You can't let the win just kind of put a mask over everything that we didn't do very well. Obviously, it's a lot better to not play very well and win, but what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that we go back and look at what we need to improve on. And more than anything, you know, obviously you want to win tonight, but more than anything, we needed to come out and prove that we can play well. And when we play like we did in the fourth quarter with a little urgency, we can be hard to guard.
You know, another thing is, I mean, you just said what you're going to learn upon this. You know, we're 1 game away before we close out December already. And then, of course, once the holidays over, things get back in the grind with the SIAC and so forth, which, you know, obviously, you know, we got that still goal in our sights, needless to say. But, you know, where do you see this ball club right now as far as heading into the next stretch?
Yeah, and I mean, that's it. We're in a spot where we've got a lot of room for improvement, and it's kind of exciting because, you know, you look at that and go, you find a way to win tonight, and obviously had a rough stretch of games, but you know, when you haven't played your best basketball and you feel like there's a lot of room for improvement, like we've got guys that, you know, they're going to find their way. Like Jace hasn't shot the ball very well, but we believe that he'll find his way and he'll start making some shots. So there's plenty of room for improvement. The biggest thing is playing with that intensity we played with. You know, once we got down, we kind of came out and we showed a little life, and then we've been on them about just playing with pace on the offensive side where we get from point A to point B quickly and putting pressure on the defense. And, you know, we're still learning, and we are inexperienced, but that stuff goes away when you're 7 games in. You know, the inexperience has kind of got to go out the window, and we got to start playing.
Live and learn and keep it up here.
That's right.
That's right. Well, take a quick look at talk about your JV ball club right now. Can't exactly sure your record right now, but you did pick up obviously a lopsided win tonight, 64 to 20. So kind of talk about where you see your JV ball club right now at this point.
Yeah, last night got a good win at Southridge. You know, played a tough team, that tough Southridge team last night, and we played with a lot more energy in the second half last night, and then we kind of carried it over into tonight. We came out, you know, energetic on the defensive end, and it led to some easy buckets and some open shots on the offensive side. And you know, their job is to help the varsity get better and to get better in the process. So we got to stay on them about that.
Congratulations on the big win tonight there, Caleb, and way to get the Wildcats back in the winning column so forth as we head into a quick break. By the way, Merry Christmas to you and your family and the rest of the Wildcat staff and everybody, and we'll see you on December 29th against Central.
Sounds good. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. So Caleb Bailey, our guest on the postgame show tonight. The Wildcats win it and snap a 3-game losing streak as a nice victory tonight against the Corydon Central Panthers, 62-54 here at Corydon Central High School. The Wildcats will improve to 4-3. Corydon Central drops to 2-4. And the Wildcats now on a 13-day break for the Christmas break. They'll be back in action on Friday, December 29th. They will take on the Central Bears at the JHS Gym. Again, that is on Friday, December 29th. In the meantime, of course, enjoy the Christmas break. And with that being said, on behalf of Jeremy Marcos and Jason Stom and everybody here on 18 WJTS Sports, I'm Kerry Schneider, wishing everybody a safe and happy holiday season. Once again, the final score, Jasper 62, Corydon Central 54. So long, everybody.